morning, everybody. It's now day three. Yeah, day 3 of the trip. It's Wednesday, June 14th. I just checked out of Red Roof Inn back there in Columbus about an hour ago. I look like how I feel. And going up 70 westbound, I got about 134 miles before TomTom here tells me what the next move is. But altogether, I got about 322 miles before I get to Chicago. Oh, God. Just passed by a rest area. I was hoping it was like going to be one of those ones from yesterday where they got like the Starbucks and the Pizza Hut and all that. But it's not. It looks like one of those rest areas where it's just like a, place for the truckers to park their trucks and take a nap. So confused as to what speed limit it is along here. I'm pretty sure it said 70 about 10 miles back, but TomTom's telling me it's only 55, and it's starting to rain again. It's been raining all morning. It's here in Ohio, it's been raining. Remember, it was raining a little bit yesterday on the way in. Well, apparently it started last night and it's moved into the area, and so far, I think I'm going to be driving through that for some of the day now. It'll probably be raining when I get to Chicago. I don't know. I hope it doesn't rain tomorrow, because I don't want the White Sox-Orioles game to get rained out. Do they give refunds for tickets if they get a rain out? Because if they get rained out, that'd be cool. I mean, it wouldn't be cool. It would suck ass, but I mean, it would, $30 is $30. I'd rather go to the game and experience the game, at Kaminsky Park. I've never been to Kaminsky Park. Wait a minute, rest areas also have toilets, don't they? And the sign said last rest area for 70 miles. I had 3 breakfast sliders and some hash browns, and I'm currently nursing the rest of a strawberry banana smoothie from White Castle. So I hope I haven't made a grave mistake by not stopping at that rest area back there. Oh, okay, speed limit is 70 along here. Alright, good. No, I'm good. I don't have to take a shit or anything. But I'm just wondering, I do need coffee. I need caffeine, because like I said, I look like shit and I feel like it. But I was just thinking maybe I got a monster, or I got a couple monsters in my cooler here. I packed 3 of them. Drank one yesterday. And I'm going to save one for Friday when I'm heading home. But I'm wondering if I drink one now, I wonder if I'll be decaffeinated enough in the next 60 or something miles when the next Starbucks comes up. Because like I said yesterday, I don't want to end up like that guy that died of a heart attack when he drank that monster. No, he drank Starbucks strongest drink. Like I said, I never looked it up. I don't know what drink it was exactly. But he drank Starbucks strongest drink, and then he drank a monster. And then he keeled over of a heart attack. So, I don't know, he probably did the whole 5 espresso shots thing, and then, a white chocolate mocha only has 1 shot of espresso. And like I said, that's what I usually get. I always get like a white chocolate mocha when I go to a Starbucks, or a caramel macchiato, or never a caramel macchiato. That sounds kind of, white chocolate mocha sounds like what it is. It's a white chocolate coffee drink, It doesn't sound foofy-toofy when you say it. But there was this girl back at the Starbucks that I went to in Baltimore. I used to go to the one on St. Paul Street when they opened up a closer one near me, because they're opening up more and more Starbucks. It's like rural farms, Like pretty soon, there's gonna be a Starbucks on every corner. I'm pretty sure Lewis Black did a thing about that where he was saying like guys who do design decisions like that have Alzheimer's disease or something. You turn around and you got another Starbucks right across the street. He can be funny sometimes. But But yeah, I mean, they're making a Starbucks pretty much everywhere. But I was happy about this one because it was closer than the one that was at St. Paul Street. I had to walk like for 40 minutes. No, not 40 minutes. This was before I was driving. I had to walk for good, 20 or 30 minutes. That's a couple miles away. St. Paul Street is a couple miles away from where I live. And you basically have to cut through Johns Hopkins campus and all that to get to it. But there was this cute girl who used to work there. I forget her name. She was Hispanic. But I always used to get like a caramel macchiato because I would always keep ordering white chocolate mochas. And then at one point she said, "Oh, you really like those, don't you?" And I do. I really do. So I started to think, okay, she probably thinks I'm weird that I keep ordering this goddamn drink. Let me try ordering a caramel macchiato. So I ordered one of those, and I didn't know how to pronounce it at the time. I was like, pronouncing it, how you sound it out. You sound it out. I do that with black girls' names. It's never very successful. But yeah, I was doing that with the drink name, and I was making a joke out of it. I was calling it like the caramel macchiato. That's what it looks like. It looks like macchiato or something, but it's macchiato. And, yeah, everybody, that's my level of flirtiness when I'm sober. So I don't mix alcohol and caffeine. I never do that. I mean, I drink an Irish coffee now and again. Usually when I'm hungover and I'm trying to ease myself back into sobriety, I'll drink a. Wait, what's this coming up? No, it's a BP. It's raining a little harder now. It's hard to see out the windshield. I mean, it's not too hard to see out the windshield. I can see fine. It's just I can't read shit outside the windshield. I can see cars and stuff. I'm okay. I just can't read like the little rest area type restaurant signs that are passing by. I can see the normal signs just fine, like the traffic, what route, exits, all that, whatever the hell they're called. Sorry, Mr. Paul, I've already forgotten everything he taught me in traffic school. But yeah, I never mix alcohol and caffeine. I got principles. I do have principles. Like for example, when it's raining outside, I only go 5 miles over the limit. I'm going 75 right now, so I'm not going to be an idiot and drive 80. I know this car can take it, but I'm not going to drive 80 while it's coming down pretty good. Well, it's not coming down real good. It's coming down pretty good, but it's not coming down like in buckets yet. If it starts coming down in buckets, then I'm going to go down to 10 miles below the limit. That's just, maybe that's not a principle. Maybe that's just more like a quirk. I don't know. But yeah, that's one of my principles. I never mix alcohol and caffeine. I never mix alcohol and food. Yes, sometimes I've gotten drunk and I've gone to 7-Eleven like thinking that I'm hungry. But really, when you do shit like that, it's just a waste of money. Because you're not going to remember eat. Well, maybe that's a good reason to go to 7-Eleven and eat. It's like you won't remember it, which is always a good thing when it comes to 7-Eleven. But no, what I don't like to mix alcohol and food. Now that doesn't count beer. I'm not talking about beer. I'll eat a hot dog and drink a beer. I mean that's I don't consider beer to be. Okay, beer is an alcoholic beverage, but I don't consider it to be alcohol. Like a shot of whiskey and a tequila sunrise. I don't like that. That's what I'm talking about. I don't like go to Applebee's and order a burger and then order a fucking mixed drink to eat with it. No. I don't want to do that kind of thing. I'm not gonna eat buffalo wings and drink a shot of bourbon with it. I'm sure it has a great taste to it to some people. If you want to do that, that's your business. But I just don't do that. I don't like to mix alcohol and food. Because it just fucks up the taste. I'm not a foodie or anything, but it's just I want to enjoy my food for what it is. I don't want to get drunk at the same time because for all I know, if I do that, I'm going to end up fucking vomiting everything I ate. That actually happened not last St. Patrick's Day, but the St. Patrick's Day before last. I kind of sat it out this year. I didn't go out this year for St. Patrick's Day. I think I was working that night or something. I mean, I went out and I had a couple of Guinnesses, but I didn't go out and fucking pub crawl like I've done the last two, St. Patrick's Day before. But the one before last, I went out and I went to this place in Fells Point. And this is what I'm talking about ordering food when you're drunk. Especially when you're on Fells Point. I was in one of the many, 4 dozen bars that they got in Fells Point, Baltimore. And I ordered a cup of cream, it was a cup. It was a cup of cream and crab soup and a sandwich. I forget what kind of sandwich it was. I can't remember. No, you know what I gave that sandwich. There was a homeless guy outside. I gave the sandwich to him. I never ate the sandwich. I'm not trying to make myself sound big. I really did give this guy a sandwich because I don't like to give homeless people money. I give them what they need. But that's another thing. But anyway, what I did was I ate a cup of cream and crab soup. Now, I don't know if the cream and crab soup was bad or if it was the not 18. I had like, how many? 12. It was either the 12 Guinnesses that I had in my system or it was the cream and crab soup. Either way, I vomited that night when I got home. I was trying to sleep and then and then I got up and I went right to the toilet. Bleh, just got it all out of there. So that's another good reason why not to mix your alcohol and eating. Another good reason not to do that, and especially when you're in Fells Point, is because you're going to wake up the next day and realize you spent $100. Not at the one restaurant, of course, but you're going to realize wake up and you realize you spent $100 and you're going to go, fuck, I must have really made it rain last night. I really hope I didn't make it rain last night. I mean, not that night. I hope I didn't, even when I'm drunk, I'm pretty goddamn frugal. That's one thing you can give, I can give credit to my Jewish part of me. I'm very frugal even when I'm like completely hammered as shit. Speaking of hammered, it's coming down a little harder now. I'll just slow it down to about 65. I know I said 10 miles under the limit, but I'm trying to get to fucking Chicago for midnight, so. Plus there's a truck over here on my left. I've already told you I don't like being near these trucks. It's probably most of the reason why it's so heavy on the windshield. Probably because I'm near this damn truck and all the distance is splatting on the windshield. Nope, it's definitely this guy. Okay, well, fuck it. Anyway, but yeah, alcohol and caffeine, never mix it unless it's an Irish coffee. Now, the morning after St. Patrick's Day, I usually drink an Irish coffee just to bring myself back into reality. When I'm hungover, it's good to ease yourself back into sobriety when you're hungover. Because being hungover basically means you're still drunk. You still are drunk, it's just that your sobriety is like, it's fighting like a little battle inside your head, literally, because your head's going to hurt like fuck. It's a hell of a hangover. You can take Tylenol, that works, because Tylenol is technically a drug. It's painkillers, so the cause of the problem is also the solution if you do it carefully, is what I'm saying. But just ease yourself back into sobriety when you do that. And that's what Irish coffee's for. But with that said, I really don't like the taste of Irish coffee. I like Irish cream in my coffee, just not alcoholic Bailey's Irish cream all the time. There's this drink in Havre De Grace, Maryland. I forget the name of the coffee shop. Maybe I'll put it in the video description if I remember to do it. It's this little mom and pop coffee shop in Havre De Grace, Maryland. They make this thing called a Lucky Charm, where it's a white chocolate mocha, but they also put Irish cream in it. It tastes really good. So they've already taken my favorite Starbucks drink and they add something I really like into it, except it's non-alcoholic Irish cream. Which is good, because I would really like Bailey's if it didn't have alcohol in it. And I'm pretty sure they make non-alcoholic Bailey's Irish cream. So yeah, there's that. I'm not having an epiphany, I'm just having brain farts. One thing I noticed about Ohio traffic laws here is that they seem to be more concerned about you having your seatbelt on than they are about you speeding. So that's nice. I'm not from Ohio. I don't know if that's the case. So if it's not, don't hold that against me. I'm not really sure. But at least that's what I'm noticing. never, obviously I've never been to Dayton, Ohio. It's almost like Dayton, is it? I know Indianapolis has the Indianapolis 500. Dayton almost sounds like Daytona, but that's not Daytona. Daytona's down in Florida. What the hell is it? I've heard Dayton, Ohio in some movie before. Or it was in a movie before, or something. I don't know. Never really. I'm wondering, maybe if I drink a Monster now, it might be cooled in my system before I get to a Starbucks. Because a double hit of caffeine wouldn't be a bad idea today. I'm already like, 30% asleep right now, maybe even 40. Well, no, not. All right, I'll meet it in the middle. 35. I'm like 35% asleep right now. Going 80 miles an hour. Down 70 westbound, and it's raining pretty damn good. I'm not saying this is a recipe for disaster, but I tell you what, caffeine would certainly make me more aware of what the fuck it is I'm doing and keep me relaxed at the same time. Because right now I'm aware of everything I'm doing, and I'm only steering with barely one. Okay, let me put both hands back on the wheel here. I haven't been driving for long, but I'm definitely very comfortable with driving. I feel confident, confident in what I'm doing too. Confident in what I'm doing. I'd be recording this live right now, but I mean that would use up a shitload of my data. I don't want to do that. I'm probably better off just doing the whole pre-recorded thing. Besides, there'd be. Oh, so that's Dayton. Alright, well, I'm glad I didn't go to Dayton. It looks like just a little tiny. I don't have anything against small towns or nothing, but it's just, As soon as I see that water tower, I just think, okay, let's keep going. They probably got a nice antique shop or a gun shop or some kind of cool little mom and pop place in that town, but I don't got time for that. I'm trying to get to Chicago. Which is 301 miles away from here. Let's see, 301 miles away, 80 miles an hour, 3 hours, 12:12. If I keep going at this, if I go at 80 miles an hour, I could get there by 2:30. TomTom here is telling me 4:26, but I think it's still calculating my distance and shit. And it's not a good idea to drive at 80 miles an hour right now. Not today. It's foggy. Well, it wasn't foggy before, but now it's starting to get foggy. It's either fog or it's mist from those semi trucks up ahead. But it's raining off and on. It stopped raining for a little bit. Now it's raining again, or I've driven back into the rain, I should say. Yeah, I'm okay with 80. I'm gonna go 80. I'm okay with this. This is alright. No, it's not. Alright, I'm going back down to 75. I'm going back down to 75. Alright. Fucking cocksucker. Alright. But yeah, I'll have plenty of time when I get to Chicago. I'm gonna, I already got a list in my head. Well, I got a list on paper. Hang on a second. There is a shitload of mist coming from behind that car up ahead. Now, you know what? No, I'm gonna stay in this lane here. Because once I get past this box truck here, I'll be able to get past this guy and get in front of the box truck. Because I'm getting a shitload of spray here on my car windshield. good. I'm okay with this. I can deal with this. You know what? I should have just stayed in the left lane and stayed behind this Acura in front of me that's spraying all this shit on my windshield. Because he seems to be going faster than all these box trucks and vans and shit in the middle lane here. And I know I shouldn't speed when it's raining like this, but it's not about the speed. It's about getting past all these fucking delivery vehicles. And I gotta keep a good distance from this guy, from the Acura that I mentioned just now in front of me, because I don't want to, he might hit his brakes. And, you know what, I'm getting over into the right-hand lane. I'm just gonna get in the right-hand lane. Slow lane as you guys call it. I'm okay with going slow right now. I mean, it's going to probably knock another 30 minutes onto the distance, but I'd rather get there alive than get there quickly. I'm not scared right now. I'm just, like, fucking frustrated, first of all, because it's raining so goddamn hard, which means I got to drive. Well, first of all, it means I got to talk louder so you can probably hear me. And that's going to fuck up that, you know, so I don't like that because my voice is going to get hoarse faster. Secondly, I gotta drive slower because, like I said before, I'm a man of principle and I like to keep to them. So now I'm going 60 miles an hour when I could be going 70 if this was a clear fucking day. But like I said, at least I'll get there alive, so that's alright. Fuck. I really need to learn how to have patience. That's a problem with me. I don't have patience, I don't think. You know, I'm not patient with people. I'm always in a rush to try and get to what I'm trying to do, you know? And that ain't good. That's a shitty way to be. It's not a good, you know, sometimes I consider myself an asshole. You probably think I'm an asshole. I don't blame you if you do. I don't like to consider myself a lovable asshole, but really, I don't think I'm that lovable when it comes to times when... Fucking thing. Yeah, it's coming down really good now. Like I said before, when I said at least it's not coming down in buckets, well, it's coming down in buckets now. There's a semi-truck up ahead on the shoulder. He's pulled off to the side. He's like, fuck this. I don't blame you, dude. I should pull over too, but I'm like, I can't. I want to get to where I'm going. I'm driving slow. Wait, it's slowing down now. I'm driving slow, but I just, you know, I want to get to where I'm going, but I'll just drive a little slower to get there, that's all. Sorry if the shouting was louder than I thought it was. I think these Windows Phone microphones are a lot better than I give them credit for. But that was pretty loud when it was just now coming down on the... Sorry about that. I didn't mean to hurt your ears. Of course, I've been hurting your ears since you started watching it. If you're watching it. I don't typically make video logs of things. I think I'm just doing this because I'm bored. I mean, I know there's people that like they got like webcams and they do like a video diary thing on YouTube and all. I come across those every once. I never watch them. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're probably not gonna watch this. That's okay. I don't mind. The only reason I'm really doing this, I think, is because, well, A, in case I die, hey, you got a video log of my final hours, and 2, I think it's because I'm bored when I'm driving, when I got like 100 and something miles to go before I get to the next location that I'm going to. I got the window open a little bit because shit's starting to get pretty foggy in here, and I'm already having a hard enough time seeing. I don't want to. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna, until the windows defog, I'm gonna stop this. I don't want to fuck up your, you know,